Parsha Vayakhel is one of my favorite parshas because community participation is one of the very central themes and provides me with some insight into the issues I encounter as a new lay leader in my temple community. Specifically, how does one increase participation and build kahila, a community where people come together in fellowship? Initially, vayakhel appears to be a repetition of information presented earlier in the book of Exodus concerning the construction of the Mishkan, the tabernacle of God's dwelling place among the Israelites in the desert. The Mishkan was the place where Israelites could relate to God on their own terms. The difference between the two sets of instructions is that the first set, outlined in Exodus 25, represents God's commands to the building of the tabernacle, whereas the second set in Exodus 35 represents the community's enthusiasm and excitement in participating in this important project. As it is written in Vayakhel, Moses convoked the whole Israelite community and said to them, the message is clear. In order for the tabernacle to be the spiritual center for the whole Jewish people, it was essential for there to be a sense of partnership in the building. Like the Mishkan, our temples also represent a sacred space where congregants come to relate to God and to one another. A temple can be many things. A Beit Tefillah, a place of worship and celebration. A Beit Midrash, a house of study. And a Beit Knesset, a community center fostering a sense of belonging. But most importantly, a temple is made up of its members, and it is a good leader that is able to motivate each person to contribute in his or her own special way to the continual process of building the community. As we read further in the parsha, Moses states to the whole community, "Take from among you the gifts to the Lord. Everyone whose heart so moves him shall bring with them. And let all among you who are skilled come and make all that the Lord has commanded." And everyone who excelled in ability and everyone whose spirit moved him came. Just as God allowed every Israelite to participate in the construction of the Mishkan, either through donations or through direct action, lay leaders must also strive to make our communities accessible to all whose spirit moves them as well. As Rabbi Mordechai Kaplan taught, every Jew depends on fellow Jews for the energy, resources, and courage wherewith to be a Jew. Moses tells the Israelites that God has singled out Bezalel and Aholiab for their craftsmanship and knowledge, and under their leadership, the many gifts brought by the people were made into the objects necessary for the Mishkan. The parsha teaches us that we can learn to search out our own special talents, and as lay leader, search out the many different talents and skills and abilities of the people in the kahila. Hillel said, "Do not separate yourself from the community." And this parsha clearly articulates the themes of togetherness, teamwork, and unity. Just as every individual has his or her own unique talents and needs, so does every community. Wouldn't it be great to have a kahila modeled after the enthusiasm displayed by the Israelites when they were building the Mishkan? Now that is something to strive for.